Evelyn is here, yoga instructor again at JCA. Thank you so much for joining me and practicing with me. This will be a slow Vinyasa flow practice today, and we start at the top of the mat just to settle and center. You might put your hands together at your heart center. You might close your eyes and just take a moment here to feel grounded, settled, and to bring the mind to this place, to this moment. Widen your awareness. Let all the sensations come through your conscious mind. Just to witness the physical body, the energy, the heat, the tingling feelings. Connect with the feet, feeling grounded and settled, stable. Feel your mind as well being settled. And today I would like us to explore a little bit the balance between the efforts and to let it go, to surrender. And since the practice is always so individual, it's maybe your holding pattern is very different from mine or anybody else. So it's an exploration of your own. Just by being present and noticing if you're really holding too tight somewhere, where you can let go in the physical body or maybe just in the mind. Giving space for adjustment. And every pose is an opportunity, an exploration. Take a deep breath. Deeply through the nose, up to the top of the head. Stretching the lungs, the rib cage. And let the breath out through the nose slowly, fully, completely. Find your own rhythm of your breath. And start the exploration all together through the poses, through the breath, on the mat. Taking a deep inhalation and bringing the arms up, reaching up for, reach and lift the ribcage away from the hips, the pelvis. Lift the lower ribs. Same time, drop down the shoulders and the shoulder blade on the back. Relax your face and just be present. One more deep inhale to stretch even a little further up, then grab the opposite elbow. And with an exhalation, half moon to the right, stretching the left side, lifting the right rib cage up. And just reach for, and already you can explore the balance between effort and surrender, the effort and ease. Stabilizing the feet, drawing the belly in, lowering down the tailbone. And then come back to the center and just engage. Reach up again through the rib cage, dropping the shoulder blade down, and explore the other side, stretching the right side from the other edge of the feet up to the right elbow, a long line. Lifting the pelvic floor, engage Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha, stabilizing your center, and reach without too much effort. Back to the center, and this time reaching the fingertips up, and maybe opening the front body. Lowering the tailbone down, connecting with the ground. Even more, engage the knees, the thighs, without crunching the lower back, and just reach the rib cage up, the chest up. Fingertips, only thing reaching back. Come back to the center, reach up again, and then fold forward. Deep breath in to shine the heart forward, to engage the core even more. Then placing the hands down, step back with the left leg to your low lunge. To your lunge. Scooping the belly in. Nice. Keeping down the right hand, left hand, opening the right arm to a simple twist. And again, find the balance between ease and effort. The breaths just flow easily. Stretching the back. Feel how you connected with the ground, with the right heel and the left toes. Long stretch in the torso. Then lower the arm down. You can use a block, and I didn't say at the beginning, but we can have blocks with us every practice. Lower down the left heel. Keep down the right hand, maybe on a block, front of the right feet, and open the left arm up. Scoop the belly, lift the pelvic floor, find your center, solid and stable. And find the balance between ease and effort. Lower down the shoulder blades. What is working hard and what is not? Or maybe overall you just work too hard. Just check in. Lower the left arm down. Step back with your right leg to a high plank here. And then through upward facing dog. Opening the chest, rooting down through all 10 fingers and the palms, reach the rib cage up, and then downward facing dog, first time, walk it out. This will be a flow, but first we stay at each position to open up, to elongate, to stretch and lubricate. Let's travel through 3 times Chaturanga. Or maybe not even Chaturanga, just from upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Soften your knee, engage your core, lift up your lower belly, and start bending the elbow, and just sway forward, bring the chest forward. Then the chest up, shoulder blades down. Soften your knees, scoop the belly in, up to downward facing dog. Flow freely, ease and effort, in balance. 2 more times. Coming forward, bring the chest forward and up. And then downward facing dog. Find an easy way to travel through with the flow. And 1 more time, bending the knee, bend the elbow. Keep your lower belly in for stability. And then back to downward facing dog. Keep the left feet down and lift the right leg up to a 3-legged dog, and bend your knee to open the right hip a little deeper. Both hands equally presses down, lower belly lifting up. Back of the neck is just soft and ease. And then bringing the right knee to the outside of the right elbow, and this time we're placing the feet outside. Nice, giving a little deeper stretch to the hip area. Find the balance between effort and surrender. Keep your breath flowing. That's a nice way to check in. If the effort may be too much, out of balance, then keep down the right heel and the left toes. Lift the lower belly in, and we're coming up to a Christian lunge. Lift the rib cage, close the lower ribs in, around the spine. Lifting the pelvic floor, and by lifting the pelvic floor, you might want to just soften your knee down on the ground. Just for a moment, and then lifting back up again. Placing the hands down inside the right leg, and then lifting up and bringing the left feet to the outside of the left hand. Keep the knees bended here. An active squat here. Bring the arms up parallel to the ground. Keep the seat low. Staying here and just sway and come forward to your toes, lifting maybe the heels up. And that's a great position to check the balance between ease and effort. Eyes soften to a single point. Breathe freely. Lift the pelvic floor away from the ground. Close the ribcage and then lower the heels down. Coming up to standing, lower the arms down. And this will be a little wider stand from here on. Maybe hip distance, maybe a little wider. And coming to the other side, from here, arms reaching up. Grab the opposite elbow and we're staying in half moon a little shorter time this time. Place down, press down both heels, half moon to the right. Open the left side. Back to the center, inhale, grow up tall, stretch. Exhalation to the left. Moon is back to the center, reach both arms up, open the front partly. Through the center line, exhalation, folding forward, reach the tailbone up. Inhale to your flat back. Left leg stays forward, step back with the right to your low lunge. Widen and open the hip area. Simple twist, keeping the right hand down, opening the left arm to the side. Simple twist. Adjust and align the spine to find that sweet balance between your ease and effort. Lower the left hand down inside the left leg, lower the right heel. Side stretch here. Breathe with ease. Give space for adjustment. Lowering down the left hand, right hand. Press down both hands, lift the pelvic floor, then you can lift the left leg up and stepping back to high plank. 3 times we're traveling through this time chaturanga. Lower, bend your elbow. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Again, high plank, come forward. Chaturanga is yours, or maybe just upward facing dog, traveling to downward facing dog. One more time. Open the front body, chest reach up. Exhale, widen and lengthen the back. 3-legged dog, left leg lifting up, bending your knee. Scoop the belly in. Your center line is stable. Then extend the leg up. Step the left feet outside of the left hand. Pressing down both legs, both feet. Stabilize your center. And we're coming up to a Christian lunge. Arms reaches up. Stabilize your standing. And from there, lift the pelvic floor. Lift the rib cage up. And maybe bending the right knee, lowering down on the ground. And from there, back up to Christian lunge. Lower the arms down, inside. Right feet outside of the right hand. Bend the knee, come to an active squat. Reach down the tailbone, arms parallel to the ground. Scoop the belly in and reach up the rib cage. Roll on your toes, lifting up the heels. Lift the pelvic floor, maybe even sinking deeper. Breath is ease. Lower the heel down, straighten the knee, coming to Tadasana mountain pose. Let's just repeat this one more time. But this time we will keep the arms straight in half moon. So ring the arms up, clasp the fingers, except the index fingers in Kali Mudra. Reach up forward. Half moon to the right. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor, stabilize your center. Breathe deeply in back to your center line. Exhale, root down through the right heel, stretch the right side. Back to the center. Reach up and over to a back bend. Center. Scoop the belly in, feel the line through the spine. Fold forward, exhalation. Inhalation to a flat back. This time keep the left hand down. Bend the left knee and opening the right side. Adding to it a little spinal twist. Root down both heels, lower the right hand down. Bend the right knee. Stabilize your center, the hip not moving, only the left rib cage opens up. Then lower the arm down. Flat back again to engage the core. Left leg then step back. Simple twist, keep the left hand down, open the right side. Maybe we can roll on the outer edge of the feet. Keep your belly in. Challenging the balance between ease and effort. Keep the pelvic floor up and keep the left rib cage up. Roll back to the center, roll down the left heel. Keep the right hand down, scoop the front body in and bring the arms up. Side stretch here. Then lowering the left hand down, stepping back to your high plank. Chaturanga 3 times. Roll through. Explore. Second time, roll forward on the hands. Bend the elbow. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Roll through the toes. Inhalation. High plank. Scoop the belly in. Close the front body. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, 3-legged dog, right leg lifting and bending the knee. Straightening the right leg, bring the right feet outside of the right hand. Nice. Root down, stabilize the standing and bring the torso up. Lowering the knee if it's available. Then lift it back up. Lowering the arms down. Left feet come forward to your active squat. Arms parallel to the ground. Roll the weight on your toes. Lift the heels up. Roll the heels back down. Tadasana mountain pose. Other side, inhale. Bring the arms up. Sweep up. Reach forward. Elongate the spine. Half moon to the right. Keep the tailbone down, come back, root down, stretch to the left. Back to the center, find your center line and elongate. Back bending just slightly. Center line, reach forward up, folding forward, exhalation. Keep the left hand down, bend the left knee. Open up the right rib cage, the right arm. Back to the center, press down the right hand, both heels, and rotate from your navel to the left. Lower the left hand down, halfway lifting the torso up to engage the core and sweep the belly in. Press both hands down. This time right leg step back. Simple twist, keeping the right hand down, opening the left arm up. Ease and effort. Just being present, not forcing yourself. Lower gently the left hand down, lower the left heel down, open the right arm. Push down both heels and the left hand. Lift the pelvic floor and lift the left rib cage away from the leg. Keep down the shoulder blades on your back. Lowering down the right hand, stepping back to your high plank. 3 chaturangas, yours. Your own pace, be present. ease and effort. Last one, or just resting in downward facing dog. And then left leg lifting up, three-legged dog. Bend your knee. Then straighten the knee up, stretch up. Then bring the left feet outside of the left hand. Find stability on your legs. Then scoop the belly in, lift the lower belly up as you build the torso up in crescent lunge. Keep the spine long and reach up through the rib cage as you bend your knee, lowering down, then lifting back up. In your crescent lunge. Bending the knee, bring the hands down. Right feet outside of the right hand. Active squat, lowering the sit bones, the tailbones, lifting the rib cage, rolling on your toes. Rolling back down. Nice, straighten up, reach the arms up, and then close the legs together. Connect the inner knees, the inner thighs, lowering the gaze. Find a single point. Widen your awareness of all the body sensations. Regulate your breathing. Remind yourself that this practice is as much about mindfulness as a physical practice. Nice, taking a deep inhalation, reaching the arms up. Folding forward, exhale, let's just travel through one sun salutation. Inhale, flat back, pressing the hands down, stepping back to high plank. Lower chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Stay here in dog for a moment. Visualize your center line. Scoop the belly in. Rib cage around the spine to stabilize. And find the length between the palms and the tailbone. Find the length between the heels and the tailbone. Deep inhale, lift the heels up and lower the knees down. Coming to a puppy stretch here. Just the arms reach forward. Release down the chest. Forehead on the ground or maybe your chin on the ground. Roll back your shoulder blades. Relax your shoulders and both palms actively pressing down. And this is also a great way to experience and explore the balance between ease and effort. Don't push it farther than where you comfortably are in this stretch. Nice, lifting up the torso, coming to a tabletop here. Engage your core, bring down the shoulder blade on the back. And then coming, sitting on your heels, find your center line, find your eyes. Let's open one more time, the front body in a camel, up on your knees, open maybe a little wider, the standing, feel the feet, feel the shin, presses down, bring a little forward your hip maybe, place your hand on your back to support, and only feel the lifting from your knees, through the pelvic floor and the lower belly, and through the chest reaching up. Shoulder blades together on your back, chin out to the sky, and you feel that lifting, stabilizing the lower back. Feel your glutes actively involved in this shape. And if it's available, if you see the back wall, then you might release down your hands on your knee, heels, and give another lift to the chest, widening space between the shoulder blades. Finding the balance between ease and effort here. Feel the energy between the inner thighs, tucking the tailbone down, elongating the lower back. Rooting and rising. And slowly coming back and just releasing the seat here. Release the tailbone down, elongating the spine, and relax the trunk. Ease and effort between two postures. Find the balance, the resting and the working. And then placing the hands down through tabletop, find your way back to downward facing dog. Make your way to the front of the mat, press the hands down, lift the heels up, bend your knee, look forward. Can be a step or jump, float forward, flat back with an inhale, release the shoulder blade on the back, and then just fold on your thighs. Grab the big toes with the peace finger here. Bend your knee if needed and feel the connection with the ground. Feel present here, and if it's available, visualize that you're lifting the tailbone away from the heels and maybe straightening the knees. Lift the pelvic floor and lift the lower belly. Release the chest. Maybe bring the forehead closer to your knees. Pulling the big toes up with the peace fingers and at the same time pushing the fingers down with the big toes. Find that resistance and find the length in the back of the leg. Bending the elbow, the back of your neck is relaxed. So you find the balance between ease and effort. What body part is working in this deep stretch? And then release the fingers down. Soften your knee and come up to standing very slowly, mindfully. Be aware of the transition, coming to a stand. Coming to a tree pose on the left leg first. And the balancing postures are really a great poses to check this balance between ease and surrender. So bending the right knee, lift the right knee up and just place the feet inside the thigh. Bring your hands to your heart. Rooting through the left feet, inner feet, outer feet. Lifting through the pelvic floor. And notice if you give space for adjustments here. Stabilize your center, and from there we can grow. 2 more breaths. And from here, just the knees will come forward and we transition to third warrior from here. So bringing the right knee forward, scoop the belly in again and elongate the spine. And the top of the head start to come forward and the right knee, right heel start to go back. Realign this posture again. Re-engage your core. Lower down the right hip slightly, the right shoulder. And you might want to stretch the arm forward. Great pose to check ease and effort. If it's working too hard, if you don't work enough, keep down the shoulder blade on the back and find a stretch between the right toes and the left fingers. Bring the hand back to your heart center and lowering the torso down. We find standing split here. The hands can lower down. Again, a great way to grab 2 blocks, maybe to place the hands on for additional support here to engage the core. And maybe the right left leg start to burn here, and just acknowledge that that's part of the practice. Coming to balancing half moon, press down the left hand, engage the core, lowering down the left hip and lifting the right hip up, lifting the right rib cage above the left. Feel how you ground it here. What's grounding, what's stabilizing, and what's stretching? How is the breath? How much you present? Lowering the right hand down, coming to a rotation here. Opening the left arm up. Keep the right leg up and just open the left rib cage to the side. Ease and effort. Nice, lower the hands down. Lift the right leg up far, then bend the left knee and step back far with the right leg. Scoop that belly in and lower the tailbone down. You feel a little arching, a little rounding in the lower back. And as you keep the belly engaged, we're coming up to our Christian lunge. Relax your cheek, relax the muscles on your face. Then open up the second warrior, lower the right heel down. Find that stability here. Second warrior, great posture to check, explore that balance. Lift the pelvic floor up, and that may release a little more, bending the left knee and bring the left knee forward. Root down, grounding through the right heel. Straightening the left knee here. Lift the rib cage up a little more to give space for grow, and then come to your triangle. Reach forward away with the left hand, then lower the left hand down and feel that long stretch between the two hands. A long stretch between the tailbone and the top of the head. Root down through both heels, relaxing the toes, and find space for growth. Beautiful. Let's come back to your second warrior, bending the front knee, look forward, windmill the arm down, frame the left leg, scoop the belly in. And coming back to this 3-point balance one more time. Head goes down. Lift the pelvic floor up. Then place the right leg down. Feet goes down. Ground down. And rise up. Hands reaching up. And find your hands at your heart center. Realign this posture. Realign yourself in a practice. Visualize your center line. And then find tree pose on the right leg. First, just find stability on the right leg before you even lifting the left leg up. And if you don't feel too comfortable, keep the toes down on the ground. And just find that elongation through the center line, and then maybe placing the inner feet in the shin or maybe above the knees. And that's always just your choice. Hands to heart center. Just relax your mind. Be present. Be aware of your holding patterns, that you hold tightly. Are you really grounded through the right leg? Are you really lifting through the pelvic floor and elongating the spine? Shoulders relaxed and shoulder blade relaxed. Your core and the rib cage help with stability. And then bringing the knee forward, and we slowly transition to third warrior. So the torso gently come forward and the left leg goes back. Staying here, and maybe you can lengthen the arms forward to frame the head. Maybe a little more weight on the right toes. And then lowering the arms down, find a 3-point balance here. And then transition mindfully to balancing half moon. Right hand on a block to stabilize. Stretch the crown forward away from the left toes. Lift the pelvic floor and close the ribs. Lower the left hand down, find your balance, your center line, and then start peeling off the right rib cage, the right shoulder, right arm, reversing the moon. Lowering the hand down, one more lift through the left toes, then bend the right knee and step back forward. And find your crescent lunge. Pelvic floor lifting and the left hip comes forward. One more reach up through the rib cage, then start opening the left hip. Find your second warrior. Stable standing. How is the balance between ease and surrender? Holding and let it go. Straightening the right knee, transitioning to triangle. Bring forward the right ribs. Lift the right ribs. Find the connection between navel and the rib cage. Relaxing your neck, relaxing the shoulder blades. Transition back to your second warrior. Push down both heels, then bending the knee. Send forward the right knee. Root down through the left heel. Windmill the arms down to your lunge. Place your hands on the block, or just bring the weight forward. Lift the leg up. 3-point balance one more time. And then placing the feet down nice. Maybe removing the blocks. Root down through the heels and rise up, build up the vertebrae. Hands to the heart, exhalation. Rooting down and rising up. Nice deep inhalation, reach the arms up. Folding forward, exhalation. Flat back, inhale. Travel through maybe chaturanga to downward facing dog. Free breath here in stillness, giving space for adjustments. And then lowering the knees down. Come to your seat and swing the legs forward. Paschimottanasana on your legs. Root down through the entire back of your leg. Send forward your heels, feel the sit bones, really pressing down. And very freely bring the arms up. Place the hands together behind the neck. and open up the front part of the body. Place down the shoulder blades, reach the elbows up, close the rib cage, draw your belly in, and only the arms moving up, reach up. Send the tailbone back, come to a fold, bend your knee if needed, instead of really rounding the back. So keep the lower back long and straight and bend your knee if needed. Relax down the shoulder blades on your back. And in this pose, you really can challenge how much ease you can bring in a stretch without just completely forcing your upper body down on your thighs. Check if you keep the integrity of the posture, drawing the belly in and lifting the pelvic floor up, reaching the crown forward, relaxing your face. Coming back slowly. Bring one more time your arms up. Keep your arm up and keep lengthening the torso and just bend the right knee, coming to a Janu Shasana. Lift the pelvic floor one more time and fold on your left leg. Rotating the right inner thighs up, rotate the left inner thigh down, bringing the chest forward, rooting through the sit bones. Draw the belly in, bring the torso back up again, reach up, keep the torso long and straight, and just bring the heels down, right heel down, and coming to spinal rotation here, keeping the spine long, bringing the left hand to the other edge of the knee, root down and anchor down through the right hand, and lift the rib cage up and just peel off the right rib cage. Keep drawing your belly in. Keep the rotation and the twist from the navel, keeping the spine long. How much you're rooting down. It's coming back to the center. And this time we can bring just the right feet up. And maybe just imagine that you're holding a little baby here. So you can put your arm under your shin here. And maybe just swaying side to side. Feel the deep stretch in the hip area, in the hip flexor. Root down through the left leg. Feel your sit bones, feel your stretching and reaching up the chest, lowering down the shoulder blades. Where is the balance between ease and effort? Nice, and from here we can grab the right big toe with the peace finger, and if it's available, we can open the leg to the front. Nice, keeping it long, and maybe bringing to the side. The rooting down through the left leg is really important here. Then bring the leg back forward and release for a moment, and then lowering down. Nice. Bringing the arms up again. Root down through the back of your legs. Then come to a jhana on the other side. Bend the left knee. Place the inner feet inside the thigh. Reach up one more time and then bring the torso forward. Clasp the fingers maybe under the sole, or maybe grabbing just the ankle or maybe the thigh. Root down through the left sit bone and bring forward the left rib cage. Bring back the right hip. Then make the torso come back to the center. Reach the arms up, the rib cage up. And bring the left feet on the ground, coming to a spinal twist. Lower the arm without making the torso shorter. Peel off the left rib cage away from the left knee. Keep down the shoulder blades on your back. Keep breathing, keep growing, keep rooting down. Nice. Then coming back to the center, keep the right feet down and just lift the left leg up, and again clasp the fingers under the left leg and just maybe swaying a little bit side to side, lifting, opening the hips. Keeping the spine long, breathing with ease. Lift up the lower belly to stabilize. Find your root through the sit bones and the right leg, and grab the big toe with the peace finger and opening up to the front. Anchoring maybe through the right hand down, but don't put too much weight on it. And then maybe opening the leg to the side. Scooping the belly in, reaching up the chest. And then bring the leg back to the center and release for a moment. And then placing it down. Great. Beautiful. Now placing the feet down on the ground, coming to a boat pose. Bring the arms forward. Lift the ribcage up, lift the belly up. And then find your own variation of the boat for 5, 4, 3, 2. The last one, just reach a little more up, then bend your knee, round your back, and find your way down on the ground. Nice. Bring the arms alongside your body. Bend the knees. Keep the knees bended, coming to a bridge pose. Press down the heels. Feel the shoulder blades just flat on your back. Bringing the chin to the chest. Press down the shoulders and the heels and start lifting the pelvis up. Maybe bringing the shoulder blades more together. Keep the inner thighs together, not touching, but just feel the energy. Don't let the knees go out. And maybe one more lift here. The tailbone goes to the front. That's a great asana to find balance between ease and effort here. Don't push it too far up. Two more breaths here. And slowly you start to release down. Bring the knees to your chest, just gently. Just to release and relax your back. No counter stretch here. And sway your knees side to side, neutralizing the spine. Let's grab the big toes with the peace finger, maybe opening the legs to the side. Keeping the spine down. Drawing the belly in, press it down. Plug down the shoulder blades. Don't push it. Just keep the integrity of the center. Let's bring the knees back together. And then slowly relaxing the legs down and finding our way to Shavasana. Relax the arms to the side, palms facing up, opening the legs a little wider. And as I always suggest, stay in your Shavasana for 5-10 minutes. And that will complete the practice, finishing with relaxation, practicing meditation, opening the mind, widening the awareness, letting the thoughts, the feelings, the sensations just come to your conscious mind and then let it go. And as we use more efforts, physical effort during the practice, now giving a nice balance at the end of the practice, there's a more deeper relaxation, letting go, and all the muscles allowed to relax here. Softening the breathing and explore how does it feel just to be present. Thank you very much for practicing with me. The light in me honors the light in you with peace as always. Namaste.